Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. So let's start with our usual prayers. Om Jnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalaakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Shri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Padamanyam Dadati Swapadantikam. Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamaram Shri Guru Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadhutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dinabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya eva cha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namah. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Shrivasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So welcome back and thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak to you. 2:30 तक हुआ था ना? Any idea? 29 तक हुआ था. So we'll start from the 30th verse. I'll be taking from 31 to 38, which is one section. So how do we go about? You read the shlokas and or somebody else reads in translation to you. Okay. So what we'll do is we'll read the entire verses from 2.30 to 2.38. You want me to read the shloka? Simultaneously? Okay. The 30th verse. Dehi nityamavadhyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata tasmad sarvani bhutani natvam shochitumarhasi. The translation. O descendant of Bharata, he who dwells in the body is eternal and can never be slain. Therefore, you need not grieve for any creature.
हे भारतवंशी, शरीर में रहने वाले का कभी भी वध नहीं किया जा सकता, अतः तुम्हें किसी भी जीव के लिए शोक करने की आवश्यकता नहीं है.
31st. स्वधर्ममपि चावेक्ष्य न विकम्पितुमर्हसि धर्म्याधियुद्धात् श्रेयोऽन्यत् क्षत्रियस्य न विद्यते. Considering your specific duty as a Kshatriya, you should know that there is no better engagement for you than fighting on religious principles, and so there is no need for hesitation.
क्षत्रिय होने के नाते अपने विशिष्ट धर्म का विचार करते हुए तुम्हें जानना चाहिए कि धर्म के लिए युद्ध करने से बढ़कर तुम्हारे लिए अन्य कोई कार्य नहीं है, अतः तुम्हें संकोच करने की कोई आवश्यकता नहीं है.
32. यदृच्छया चोपहन्नं स्वर्गद्वारम् अपावृतं सुखिनः क्षत्रियः पार्थ लभन्ते युद्धमीदृशम्. O Partha, happy are the Kshatriyas to whom such fighting opportunities come unsought, opening for them the doors of the heavenly planets.
वे क्षत्रिय सुखी हैं जिन्हें ऐसे युद्ध के अवसर पर अपने आप प्राप्त होते हैं. जिससे उनके लिए स्वर्गलोक के द्वार खुल जाते हैं।
33rd, अतच्चेत्त्वम् इमं धर्म्यं संग्रामं न करिष्यसि ततः स्वधर्मं कीर्तिं च हित्वा पापम् अवाप्स्यसि। If, however, you do not fight this religious war, then you will certainly incur sins for neglecting your duties and thus lose your reputation as a fighter.
किंतु यदि तुम युद्ध करने के स्वधर्म को संपन्न नहीं करते तो तुम्हें निश्चित रूप से अपने कर्तव्य की उपेक्षा करने का पाप लगेगा और तुम योद्धा के रूप में भी अपना यश खो दोगे।
The 34th, अकीर्तिं चापि भूतानि कथयिष्यन्ति ते व्ययाम् संभावितस्य चाकीर्तिर् मरणम् अतिरिच्यते। People will always speak of your infamy, and for one who has been honored, this honor is worse than death.
लोग सदैव तुम्हारे अपयश का वर्णन करेंगे और सम्मानित व्यक्ति के लिए अपयश तो मृत्यु से भी बढ़कर है।
35th, भयाद्रणात् उपरतं मंस्यन्ते त्वां महारथाः येषां च त्वं बहुमतो भूत्वा यास्यसि लाघवम्। That the great generals who have highly esteemed your name and fame will think that you have left the battlefield out of fear only, and thus they will consider you a coward.
जिन जिन महान योद्धाओं ने तुम्हारे नाम तथा यश को सम्मान दिया है वे सोचेंगे कि तुमने डर के मारे युद्धभूमि छोड़ दी है और इस तरह वे तुम्हें तुच्छ मानेंगे।
36. अवाच्यवादांश्च बहून् वदिष्यन्ति तवाहिता निन्दन्तस्तव सामर्थ्यं ततो दुःखतरं नु किम्। Your enemies will describe you in many unkind words and scorn your ability. What could be more painful for you?
तुम्हारे शत्रु अनेक प्रकार से कटु शब्दों से तुम्हारा वर्णन करेंगे और तुम्हारी सामर्थ्य का उपहास करेंगे। तुम्हारे लिए इससे दुखदायक और क्या हो सकता है।
37. हतो वा प्राप्स्यसि स्वर्गं जित्वा वा भोक्ष्यसे महीम् तस्मात् उत्तिष्ठ कौन्तेय युद्धाय कृतनिश्चयः। O son of Kunti, either you will be killed on the battlefield and attain the heavenly planets, or you will conquer and enjoy the earthly kingdom. Therefore, get up and fight with determination.
हे कुंती पुत्र, यदि तुम यदि युद्ध में मारे जाओगे तो स्वर्ग प्राप्त करोगे, या यदि तुम जीत जाओगे तो पृथ्वी के साम्राज्य का भोग करोगे। अतः दृढ़ संकल्प करके खड़े हो जाओ और युद्ध करो।
The 38th, the last verse for today. सुख दुःखे समे कृत्वा लाभालाभौ जया जयौ ततो युद्धाय युज्यस्व नैवं पापम् अवाप्स्यसि। Do thou fight for the sake of fighting without considering happiness or distress, loss or gain, victory or defeat, and by doing so you shall never incur sin.
तुम्हें सुख या दुख, हानि या लाभ, विजय या पराजय का विचार किए बिना युद्ध के लिए युद्ध करो। ऐसा करने पर तुम्हें कोई पाप नहीं लगेगा।
So, what is the second chapter का शीर्षक क्या है? What's the title of the second chapter?
Introduction. Contents
of the Gita summarized. So, the first chapter क्या है? First chapter, just a revision. First chapter का नाम क्या है? Sorry? हाँ, a big clap for Kartik. Observing the armies on the battlefield. So when Arjuna is observing, what does he say? क्या कहते हैं? 5 reasons देते हैं not to fight. You remember any one of them? 5 reasons he gives. First is compassion. Second is loss of enjoyment. Third is incurring of sin. fourth is Varna Sankara, and fifth is destruction of family values. These are the 5 reasons. And the second chapter में Krishna will gradually defeat all the 5. तो ये जो सेक्शन है 30 में हमने देखा 2 point जब अर्जुना सरेंडर्स, what does he say? कार्पण्य दोषो कहत स्वभाव. And the first verse in reply to that, कृष्णा कहाँ से शुरू करते हैं? अशोचन अन्न शोचनस्थ प्रज्ञावादांश्च भाषसे. You are lamenting for something which is not worthy of being lamented. वहाँ से शुरू करके 2.30 तक कृष्णा gives the knowledge of soul. सोल के बारे में, आत्मा के बारे में ज्ञान देते हैं. कहते हैं आत्मा क्या है, वासांसी जीवना नियथा. वो सारे श्लोक आप वो सेक्शन देखोगे फ्रॉम 2.14, 2.12 to 2.29. कृष्णा इज गिविंग अ वेरी हाई स्टैंडर्ड एंड ही इज टॉकिंग अबाउट आत्मा. आत्मा का ज्ञान देते हैं वो. अब 2.30 में he concludes that jnana about the soul, and he says, the 30th verse which we read today, he who dwells in the body is eternal and can never be slain. इसलिए आपको शोक करने की जरूरत नहीं है. क्योंकि पहला रीजन क्या दिया था अर्जुन ने? compassion, and the compassion was based on bodily level, is it not? कि ये मेरे गुरु है, ये मेरे भाई है, ये मेरे ग्रैंडफादर है, ये सब कह के उन्होंने कंपैशन के बेसिस पे युद्ध करने से मना किया था. तो यहाँ कृष्णा concludes that section and says that अगर आप सोचते हो कि शरीर के on the basis of the body you will not fight, then it is wrong, because soul is there in the body which is eternal. Now comes an interesting section. And this section जो हम आज पढ़ रहे 2.31 to 2.38 speaks about कर्मा कांड. So Krishna अब थोड़ा level little bit he reduces. He comes to the material. अगर आप बोलोगे कर्म करो तो थोड़ा सा उसको ही lowers, थोड़ा सा नीचे आ जाते हैं. तो ये सेक्शन का थीम क्या है? It is duty. Perform your duty and find happiness. This is the ये थीम है इस सेक्शन का. और by performing your duty आपको material gain मिलेगा. तो वो कर्मा कांड हो गया. You do your duty and you enjoy the result. Because second reason क्या दिया था अर्जुन ने न युद्ध करने का? What was the second reason that he gave for not fighting? Second reason, loss of enjoyment. तो ये सेक्शन में जो कारण भगवान देंगे, he is trying to induce Krishna, Arjuna to fight on the basis of karma. कर्म करो, युद्ध करो, be happy. तो 1.31 से लेके 1.35 तक जो आर्ग्यूमेंट अर्जुन ने दिया फॉर नॉट फाइटिंग, कृष्णा विल रिफ्यूट इट इन 2.31 to 2.32. तो ये कृष्णा का रेफ्यूटेशन है. तो इफ वी सी द ट्रांसलेशन ऑफ 31st, कृष्णा इज सेइंग कि एज अ क्षत्रिय यू हैव टू डू योर ड्यूटी. We'll go back to 2.2, the second verse of the second chapter. I'll keep going forward and back. Sorry for that. The first question Krishna says to Arjuna is, Kutastva kashmalamidam vishame samupasthitam, and he uses anarya jushtam asvargyam akirtikaram Arjuna. So ये जो आपके मन में ये जो प्रश्न उठे हैं ऑफ नॉट फाइटिंग, कृष्णा टर्म्स इट एज अनार्य, दैट इज अनसिविलाइज्ड. अस्वर्ग्यम, इट इज नॉट गोइंग टू गिव यू एनी बेनिफिट. एंड अकीर्ति, दैट इज इनफेमी. तो कहाँ से आपके मन में ये आ गया? कृष्णा इज आस्किंग अर्जुना. एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स ही स्टार्ट्स तो कर्म कांड सेक्शन जो अब हम देखेंगे वो थोड़ा सा लेवल उसका नीचे है. कृष्णा टॉक्स अबाउट सोल, कर्म कांड में आते हैं एंड 2.30 को जो खत्म करते हैं वो in 2.31 and 32 he is giving the benefits of fighting. So we'll see one by one. 31 में क्या बोलते हैं वो? क्षत्रिय के ड्यूटी के बारे में वो बोलते हैं. So what is the duty of a kshatriya? Kshatriya, it is made up of two words. Like how we say mantra. Manaprayate iti. One that takes you beyond. That is called as mantra. तो क्षत्रिय का भी अगर हम उसको डिवाइड करें तो it has got kshat and trayate. Trayate means to help. तो क्षत का मतलब क्या है? हानि पहुंचाना. तो क्षत्रिय का पहला धर्म क्या है? टू प्रोटेक्ट. तो वर्णाश्रम में देखोगे सबसे पहले कौन आता है? ब्राह्मण, फिर क्षत्रिय द एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव क्लास, देन यू हैव वैश्यास द मर्केंटाइल क्लास एंड शूद्रास द लिबरल क्लास. तो कृष्णा इज टेलिंग अर्जुना यू आर अ क्षत्रिय एंड फॉर अ क्षत्रिय द फर्स्ट प्राइम ड्यूटी इज टू प्रोटेक्ट. और यहाँ पे कौन सा युद्ध चल रहा है? धर्म और अधर्म के बीच में युद्ध चल रहा है. तो एज अ क्षत्रिय योर प्राइम ड्यूटी इज टू प्रोटेक्ट. एंड व्हाट अर्जुना हैज टू प्रोटेक्ट? ही हैज टू प्रोटेक्ट द धर्म. अधर्म और धर्म के बीच में हो रहा है ना ये संग्राम. तो योर प्रोटेक्शन ऑफ द ड्यूटी ऑफ अ क्षत्रिय इज प्रोटेक्शन. एंड एज अ क्षत्रिय you have to fight this war, and if you are fighting it on the basis of religious principles then पापम नहीं लगेगा. You will not incur sin. तो पहला क्या था? Not fighting reason क्या था? Loss of enjoyment. Second, sorry. Loss of enjoyment and पापा. तो 2.31, 32, 33 में कृष्णा is refuting that. What is he saying? 31, 32 देखोगे तो कृष्णा कहते हैं क्षत्रिय है, युद्ध करो और युद्ध करके अगर जीतोगे तो क्या होगा? जीतोगे तो तुम्हें क्या मिलेगा? स्वर्ग द्वार में सुखी न क्षत्रन. No, if you fight and if you win क्या मिलेगा आपको? अनराइवल्ड किंगडम. सो इफ यू विन, क्योंकि वहाँ कृष्ण ने क्या, अर्जुन ने क्या कहा था? अगर मैं इनको मार के मुझे अगर किंगडम मिला भी तो कौन रहेगा देखने के लिए? एवरीवन वुड हैव बीन किल्ड. सो व्हाट इज द पॉइंट इन विनिंग द वॉर? नो, कृष्ण इज रिफ्यूटिंग दैट एंड इज सेइंग इफ यू विन द वॉर बाय फाइटिंग ऑन द प्रिंसिपल्स ऑफ रिलीजन तो आपको ये अनराइवल्ड किंगडम मिलेगा. इट्स अ वेरी अनराइवल्ड किंगडम नाउ. एंड इफ यू गेट किल्ड इन द वॉर तो स्वर्ग द्वार यू विल गो टू द हेवनली प्लैनेट्स. इसके लिए कृष्णा कहते हैं 30 सेकेंड में कि आपके सामने ये अपॉर्चुनिटी आई है. यू हैव गॉट एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू फाइट द वॉर. एंड फॉर क्षत्रियास वो एक जोश होता है ना, लाइक इफ वार बोलेगा तो उन्हें अपने आप जोश आ जाता है. सो इफ यू विन द वॉर यू गेट किंगडम एंड इफ यू लूज व्हाट अवेट्स यू? आपकी राह कौन देख रहा है? स्वर्ग. और आपको ये यदृच्छा से मिला है ये अपॉर्चुनिटी. सो यू फाइट एज अ क्षत्रिय एंड it will open the door for your heavenly planets. तो कृष्ण यहाँ पे क्या कहते हैं? is giving the door, what do you say, the opportunity to go enter into the heavenly kingdom if you die, and if you win you get the kingdom. Now let's try to understand the duty, the performance and the religious or the what do you say, the training और क्षत्रिय के पीछे का जो what do you call it, the duty, or on what basis we are saying about Kshatriya. तो जैसे कि मैंने कहा क्षत्रिय मतलब क्या होता है, वन हू प्रोटेक्ट्स. इनकी ड्यूटी क्या होती है? सी व्हाई वी आर टेकिंग दिस इज मेनी अ टाइम्स जब भगवद गीता बोलते हैं तो लोगों को लगता है कि दिस इज अ बुक ऑफ वॉर. इसमें युद्ध या वायलेंस को बहुत प्रोपोगेट करती है. आपने किसी को अगर गीता वितरण करने का प्रयास भी करो तो बोलते नहीं पापा हम इसको घर में नहीं रखेंगे, घर में रखेंगे तो युद्ध हो जाएगा. तो जस्ट एज अ क्वेश्चन, अगर आपके सामने ये क्वेश्चन आए तो आप उसको कैसे टैकल करोगे? लिटिल आउट ऑफ द सिलेबस, बट how will you, because I have faced this, how will you tackle this situation when people say भगवद गीता अगर घर पे रखोगे तो युद्ध हो जाएगा, महायुद्ध हो जाएगा? How do you tackle this?
Gita says that you have to do your karma. It was Arjuna's karma or duty to as a Kshatriya to fight.
Yeah,
but for you,
उनको लगता है ये दो घरों के बीच में झगड़ा हुआ है ना.
You have to hang the criminals even if they are your own brothers.
Sorry?
You have to hang the criminals even if they are your own brothers.
He's saying you have to hang the criminals even if they are your brothers. But has the government given you this to hang your brothers if they are criminals? Have they authorized you?
That situation around Satya na.
No. I would say let's not go to that extent. What does Sanjaya say in the last verse? Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna. That's it. What is the end result of the Mahabharata war? Those who are on the side of dharma, they won. So it is because Bhagavad Gita is not there in your house, the fight is happening. If you keep Bhagavad Gita, then the end result is Yatra Yogeshwara Krishna, Yatra Partho Dhanurudhara, Tatra Shri Vijaya Yute Dhruvaniti. This is what Sanjaya says. So now coming back on track, the duty of a Kshatriya is to protect the citizens at all cost. और अगर ज़रूरत पड़े तो violence is permitted. If there is a need and you are fighting on the principles of dharma, violence is permitted. और इसका एग्जाम्पल क्या है? Besides the Mahabharata war. Sorry? Kargil war. Okay, we are coming to the modern times. Yes, of course. Ramayana क्यों हुआ? Why was the war between Ram and Ravana? That was also on the basis of dharma only, no? And इसका परिणाम, उल्टा परिणाम अगर हम कहें, तो anyone can narrate or recall any incident जब वायलेंस ज़रूरत थी और नहीं किया तो उसका नतीजा क्या था? पार्टीशन. Just because of one person's adamantly, whatever it is, पार्टीशन में जो वायलेंस हुआ and it was not properly tackled, that is why we are suffering today. So violence on the basis of principles of religion is needed sometimes, but that doesn't mean कि indiscriminate killing को allow करते हैं. It has to be on the basis of religion. So वहाँ प्रभुपाद पर्पट में एक मेंशन करते हैं सेंटेंस which is very striking. प्रभुपाद कहते हैं non-violence in politics may be diplomacy, but it is never a principle, or it is never a principle. So practicing non-violence may be diplomacy, but उसको हम एक principle करके आगे बढ़ा नहीं सकते. Where there is necessity for violence, it has to be done. So that is Kshatriya. फिर ट्रेनिंग कैसे होती थी इनकी? Let's study that also. Try to understand. अब कहेंगे अगर किसी अभी ओलंपिक्स चल रहा है ना, आर्चरी हो या शूटिंग हो, ट्रेनिंग तो करते होंगे, ऐसे ही किसी को नहीं भेजेंगे ना। तो क्षत्रियस को अगर किल करना है या ट्रेनिंग करनी है तो क्या करते थे? दे वुड गो टू द फॉरेस्ट एंड हंट वाइल्ड एनिमल्स। लॉर्ड राम पहली बार जब विश्वामित्र उनको लेके जाते हैं तो क्या करते हैं? It was for protection of the yajna. So the practice of kshatriyas would be they would go to the forest और ये जो animals तंग करते थे या the animals that would create a problem, they would be hunted, and in this way they would practice. अभी आते हैं हम animal sacrifice में. This is also part of the purpose. That is why I am just taking it. आपको क्या लगता है एनिमल सैक्रिफाइस होना चाहिए कि नहीं? डू यू जस्टिफाई इट? इन कलियुगा इट इज बैंड। इन कलियुगा दिस वन वर्स व्हिच सेज अश्वमेधम गवालंबम संन्यासम फलपैतृकम। दीज थिंग्स आर नॉट टू बी प्रमोटेड इन कलियुगा। अश्वमेधम हॉल सैक्रिफाइस, sacrificing a cow in a yajna, taking sannyasa indiscriminately, and begetting a child from the younger brother-in-law. These 5 things are not to be promoted in Kali Yuga. पहले के ज़माने में होता था. And why would they sacrifice animals? तो animal sacrifice में जो ब्राह्मण थे, they were very qualified and they had that power in them to give the sacrificed animal a human body directly without going through the evolutions. हम लोग क्या बोलते हैं 84 लाख योनियों में से एक आत्मा गुजरती है, पर जब किसी अश्वमेध में किसी हॉर्स या काउ इनकी अगर सैक्रिफाइस होती है तो दे वुड गेट अ ह्यूमन फॉर्म ऑफ लाइफ इन देयर नेक्स्ट बर्थ डायरेक्ट, मीन्स यू डोंट हैव टू गो थ्रू द साइकिल ऑफ इवोल्यूशन. पर आज कलियुग में दीज आर नॉट प्रॉपर ब्राह्मणस नहीं है जो ऐसे सैक्रिफाइस कर सकते हैं, तो कलियुग में ये वर्ज्य है, पर पहले ये होता था. एंड क्षत्रिय जैसे भगवान कहते हैं यहाँ, they would get a heavenly kingdom if they die in the battle or they win the war. What happens if a kshatriya avoids his duty? क्या होगा अगर क्षत्रिय या कोई भी हो, हम स्टूडेंट्स हो, if you don't study, what happens? If you avoid your duty of studying, what happens? Come on. मम्मी डांटेगी. What happens? If you don't study, your future is not secure, is it not? So that's why your parents ask you to study. अब कोई भी हो, even if you are a working person, you are a student, anybody, if you don't perform your duty, means what? Slowly the society will go into a chaotic situation. Ripple effect बोलते हैं ना, multiple. शुरू में तो नहीं होगा, but that effect is cascade. Cascading सुना होगा ना आपने, cascading effect जिसे बोलते हैं. अभी a stream if it starts from the mountain वो बहुत ही छोटी होती है. गंगा का जो उद्भव स्थान है, it starts as a small stream, but as it flows down, कई सारे streams join होके and then you see the mighty गंगा as we see. तो वैसे ही अगर ड्यूटी कोई भी अपनी ड्यूटी से if he doesn't do his duty, there is going to be a cascading effect. तो कृष्ण यहाँ क्या बोलते हैं कि अगर आप आपकी ड्यूटी अवॉइड करोगे तो what happens? There is infamy. Then you get hellish planets and nindanti tava samarthya. We read just now in that your samarthya, your ability will be ridiculed people will ridicule you. और क्या होगा? Enemies will scorn you. Your है ना, होता है ना, अगर कोई भाग के रण छोड़ के जाता है, unless it is Krishna, it becomes Ranchhodas and it becomes a very famous temple. But हम लोग अगर करेंगे तो क्या होगा? डर के मारे भाग गया, यही कहेंगे ना सब लोग. तो again going back to 2.32, 2.33, 34, 35 and 36. You can just go through. Third reason क्या था अर्जुन का? Sinful reactions. Now in these 4 verses, Krishna is refuting that. Krishna उसको refute करते हैं. क्या कहते हैं? Sin and infamy. अब अर्जुन की जो ख्याति थी वो क्या थी? How famous was Arjun? The best archer. Why? You remember he had fought even Lord Shiva. जब वो वनवास में थे, तो लॉर्ड शिवा के साथ भी उन्होंने उनका युद्ध हुआ था, and Shiva was pleased with him, and that is how he gets the Pashupatastra. तो he is famous as the best archer. फिर क्या है? If you remember the incident when he had to spend 1 year as a Napumsak. तो कहाँ गए थे वो? He had gone to इंद्रलोक. और वहाँ क्या हुआ था? उर्वशी means that incident all of you know. But he had such controlled senses that Indra also blesses him. So that is also there. So Indra had blessed him. So his fame was not restricted just to the earth. He was famous all over. As a Kshatriya, best archer, controller of senses. अगर तुम नहीं युद्ध लड़ोगे तो क्या होगा? ये सारे जो यश आपने प्राप्त किए हैं, that will go into infamy. आपका अपमान होगा. आपके जो शत्रु हैं क्या कहेंगे कि आप डर के मारे युद्ध भूमि छोड़कर चले गए. And for a Kshatriya, again that Krishna says that Krishi Goraksha Vanijam, that verses which describe the duties of Brahmana, Kshatriya and Vaishya Shudra. For a king, Kshatriya, it is administration. A Kshatriya will never bow down in front of somebody. वो हम अगर भारत की हिस्ट्री देखेंगे तो कितने सारे ऐसे इंसिडेंट्स हैं जहाँ पे वो बहुत फेमस गाना है ना, सर कटा सकते हैं लेकिन सर झुका सकते हैं. So that is the spirit of a Kshatriya. And now let us make it more. Do you know any incidents where, can you just name some incidents from the scriptures where the Kshatriya kings never hesitated to lay down their lives, but they never bowed down? Can you remember any incident? Yes. Yes. So many. Jhansi Meri. Sambhaji. What happened? He was tortured, but he never gave up. He never gave in to the demands of the Mughals. Or if we go back again, we'll take 2 incidents from this is not to glorify them but ये दिखाने के लिए कि dishonor कितना how Kshatriyas hate this dishonor. ये कहानी है कर्णा और जरासंध की. So Karna, we all know, the firstborn of Kunti, but he had to be, whatever reasons, he grew up in a, and then Duryodhan gave him that Anga Udesh and all that. That incident we know. During Mahabharat war, Karna was known as what? He was very danvi. He was very charitable. और युद्ध के टाइम उनके पास वो कवच कुंडल था जो विच वुड ग्रांट हिम इमॉर्टैलिटी सॉर्ट ऑफ, उसे जब तक वो कवच और कुंडल है कोई उसे मार नहीं पाएगा। तो इंद्र he decides to come and ask for the kavach and kundal from Karna to protect Arjuna. और सूर्यदेव who was his father, he comes and tells Karna कि ऐसे ऐसे होने वाला है तो तुम कवच मत देना, कुंडल मत देना। And what does he say? कुछ भी हो, I will not go back on my words. I will not let my reputation as a charitable person to be, उसको दाग लगने नहीं दूंगा। And that is why when Indra comes, he doesn't hesitate to give that kavach and kundal, though he knew that it would be his end. So Karna didn't want that infamy, because for him that वो जो चैरिटेबल पर्सन का जो टैग लग गया था उस पे वो दाग लगने नहीं देना चाहता था। He knew he would die. और of course उसके बदले में वो शक्ति वेपन मांगते हैं, but the शक्ति weapon could be used only once. And Krishna, to protect Arjuna, what he does, he uses it against Ghatotkacha. Karna is forced to use the Shakti weapon against Ghatotkacha. So Arjuna is protected. Another incident is of Jarasandha. Krishna युद्ध करने आते हैं, तो how does Krishna approach Jarasandha for युद्ध? He takes the form of a Brahmana. Krishna, Arjun and Bhima. So that incident you all know. And in spite of knowing that, Jarasandha agrees to the fight. He agrees for a duel. So as a Kshatriya, he did not go back on his words, even though he knew he would be killed. So these are two incidents where we see that Kshatriya spirit, that dishonor nahi chahiye humko, even though it may be at the cost of our own lives. Now we'll take two opposite incidents, which shows how, okay, when we come to the Rukmi, you know Rukmi, what happened? Krishna, Rukmini के शादी में, he comes and fights against Krishna, ना? तो what does Krishna do? He does not kill him. Krishna उनको मारते नहीं हैं, क्या करते हैं? He shaves off his head either udhar. And what does Rukmini say? You know, don't leave me like this. You kill me, because I will be ridiculed now. So I'm ready to die, but don't dishonor me. So that was its spirit. And second is Jayadratha का incident सुना है आपने? How he kidnaps Draupadi. And there also the Pandavas doesn't kill him. What they do, they disfigure him. And there also you see Jayadratha क्या कहते हैं कि मुझे ऐसे अपमानित करके मत छोड़ो, मेरा वध कर दो, but don't leave me like this. So the spirit, the point that I'm trying to bring out is Kshatriya spirit is dishonor and infamy cannot be accepted. So Krishna is inducing Arjuna and saying, see, if you don't fight, this is what is going to happen. Your infamy, you will be infamous, your honor will be lost. So do you want all that? So ridicule is something which the Kshatriyas cannot take. And in this way, if we, coming back to our point of Kshatriyas, the results of avoiding duty is what we did now. The one is infamy. So the examples we saw, Jayadratha or Jarasandha, Karna. The next is hellish planets. So Krishna tells Arjuna, what is that? If you don't perform your duty, what is going to happen? You will enter the hellish planets. So again, duty on the basis of religious principles आपको करना ही है. There is no escapism to it. I was just going through. We all know the win-win situation किसे कहते हैं. ये भी करो तो भी अच्छा है, नहीं करो तो भी अच्छा है. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, if you fight, it's a win-win situation for you. If you lose also, it's a winning. If you win also, it's win. So it's win-win situation for Arjuna. But here in the 33rd verse, there is a word coming, Tatha Swadharmam Kirtincha Hitva Papam Avapsasi. So we'll try to focus on this word Swadharma. That word is very, let us understand that because in this context it is very important. Can you tell me what is Swadharma? What do you understand by Swadharma? Your own dharma, duty. What encompasses that? When you say your own duty, what do you say? What do you mean by that?
As per your nature.
Okay. So, as per your nature. Duty as per your nature, Swadharma. Now we'll classify or divide it into two. There are two types of Swadharma. Swadharma which is spiritual and Swadharma which is material. So spiritual Swadharma क्या है? We all know that. जीवेर स्वरूप है ये हमारा हुआ spiritual Swadharma. Now what would be our, हम कहाँ रहते हैं? हम अभी spiritual world में तो नहीं हैं. We are in this material world. That means हमारी कुछ ड्यूटीज हैं, हमारे कुछ धर्म हैं, उसको हमें निभाना पड़ेगा. So what are those? The first Prabhupada, when he established ISKCON, afterwards his most important top priority was Varnashrama. Varnashrama को बहुत उन्होंने महत्व दिया. When he wanted to establish Varnashrama Dharma also. So what is Varnashrama Dharma? That is based on nature. So there are 4 social orders and there are 4 spiritual orders. Social orders में क्या आता है? ब्राह्मण, क्षत्रिय, वैश्य, शूद्र. और social spiritual orders में क्या आता है? संन्यास, वानप्रस्थ, गृहस्थ and brahmacharya. So when you are performing in this world, remaining in this world, you have to balance all this. आपका spiritual धर्म भी आपको करना है और आपके material, so it has to run on a parallel track. क्या होगा अगर intercept हुआ या if it doesn't, if you don't align your spiritual and your material dharma, what will happen? थोड़ा सा भी अगर ट्रैक चेंज होगा तो क्या होगा? एक्सीडेंट होगा ना ट्रेन की. सो it's going to be a disaster if you don't align these two together. तो यहाँ रहते हुए, if we want to attain our spiritual dharma after liberation, after quitting this body, what we have to do? कृष्ण भगवान से भक्ति जोड़ना है. Through devotional service, reconnect your lost relationship with Krishna, and that is through bhakti. And that is why we say कि अगर हमने मनुष्य जन्म पाया है तो उसका the success of your human life is when you attain the goal of Krishna through devotional service, and the means to attain that in this Kali Yuga is through the chanting of the holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. So this is how we can reconnect our lost connection with Krishna. We were spiritual. यहाँ रहते हुए. Varnashrama dharma according to your nature. If you are a sannyasi, that if you are a grihastha, because all of us, most of us here are grihasthas, or entering Grihasthashram. तो हमारा and Prabhupada says that Grihasthashram is the only ashram where you can earn. बाकी कोई भी आश्रम में there is no earning. You don't work and you earn. Working and earning is permitted only in Grihasthashram. So as a Grihastha, it is recommended that you contribute towards the society. और सोसाइटी मतलब सिर्फ हॉस्पिटल बिल्ड करना या क्या बोलते हैं, that's not Prabhupada describes as altruism and nationalism, both humanitarian activities जिसे कहते हैं. You have to take care of the spiritual progress also. और इसके लिए गृहस्थाश्रम में ये it is encouraged that grihasthas contribute towards the society, towards the spiritual progress of, क्योंकि whether ब्रह्मचारी का क्या है, he is a student, he cannot earn, he has to beg, and whatever he gets he has to give it to his guru. The guru takes care of it. वानप्रस्थ में क्या, it's a retired life, and sannyasi means totally you have given up everything. So as grihasthas, it is the prime responsibility that you contribute towards the society for the spiritual progress of everyone, because that's the only ashram where you can contribute financially. तो जब जन्माष्टमी आ रही है अभी, so when you are approached for donation, don't take it as a burden. Contribute whatever you can, because you are becoming a part of that big army which can help the world to reach the goal of Krishna consciousness. तो ये जिम्मेदारी हमारी है as a गृहस्था and who is earning. तो साल में एक बार, that's all. So ऐसा नहीं है कि आपको पूरा देना है, but whatever best you can do, let us open up, because this is the most charitable work we can do. Contributing for the spiritual upliftment of the people in general who are bereft of Krishna consciousness. अभी जन्माष्टमी है, we are going to have an excellent program. Please come. Please take part in that, and you experience what actual bliss is. So Varnashrama is very, very, very essential for the society to progress. और प्रभुपाद के हम लोग अभी most of us following the principles of Krishna consciousness, we follow the 4 regulative principles, no negating, वो सब हम लोग पाते हैं. In one of the lectures or purpose, Prabhupada says, you need not be proud that you are following the 4 regulative principles, because that is the least, that's the beginning of humanity. ऐसा नहीं है कि 4 regulative principles हमने follow किया तो हमें spiritual success मिलेगी. It's the beginning. Following the 4 regulative, no meat eating, no illicit sex, no gambling, no intoxication. That's the beginning. Otherwise, Prabhupada कहते हैं monkeys are vegetarians. But no, where is the spiritual progress, or where is the opportunity to progress spiritually? So there's nothing to be proud of that tag. It is ordained by the Lord. As we go ahead in the 4th chapter, Krishna कहते हैं चातुर्वर्ण्यम माया सृष्टम guna and karma. It is based on your guna and your karma. So that decides who you are in the social or the spiritual order. Interestingly, Krishna कभी ये नहीं कहते हैं कि जन्म करना. There is no mention of janma. So another learning point for you, if people say कि Vedic civilization is extremely caste based, जहाँ पे बहुत there is repression. You can quote this verse. Authorized verse है ये. जन्म चातुर्वर्ण्य माया सृष्टम गुण कर्म जन्म कहीं भी नहीं है. Then of course later, because there was a degradation of the society, something happened. And see, अगर हम देखें भी ना इस दुनिया में, what do you call a politician or teachers? Teachers क्या करते हैं? विद्या बांटते हैं. What does a brahmana do? ददाति प्रति वो a brahmana teaches and he learns. Then you have your politicians, administrators. You call them politicians. इधर क्या कहते हैं? क्षत्रिय. So what is so derogatory when you say that Vedic society was caste based? You call a merchant, you call a businessman. यहाँ पे उसको वैश्य कहते हैं, इधर लेबरर कहते हैं, इधर शूद्र कहते हैं. There's nothing derogatory. So caste system is still there. It was not there only during the Vedic system. Classless, casteless society, these are all very big words, but there will always be people who will take the role of teachers. There will always be people who will take the role of administrators. Some people will be mercantile class, some people will be laborer class. This is going to be there. You cannot just dismiss the differentiation between them and act as if we are a classless society. There will always be these four types of people. उसको अगर हम ब्राह्मण क्षत्रिय वैश्य शूद्र कहते हैं तो why do you feel that it is caste based? Casteism. So let's try to understand that properly. Varnashram system was never based on your birth. It was always based on guna and karma. So this we have to be very clear. And following Varnashrama ensures that you make your spiritual progress. You elevate yourself if you follow Varnashrama. So in this way, from 2.31 to 2.37, Krishna is defeating Arjuna's reasons for not fighting. Two reasons, that is loss of enjoyment and sin. Krishna इनको thoroughly he defeats. And 37th verse he says, अगर as a Kshatriya you don't do your duty, then you will incur sin and you will go to the hellish lands. And now coming to the conclusion, the 38th verse, this is a very famous verse. Everyone likes to quote, you know, which is that Sukhe Dukhe Same Kritva Labha Labhau Jaya Jaya Tato Yuddhaya Yujasya Naivam Papam Avapsasi. So what is Krishna saying? Whether you are, remember Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya Shitoshna Sukha Dukha Agama Payino Nitya Tam Titikshasva Bharata. Tolerate. Whether Matra Sparshastu Kaunteya Shita Krishna Sukha Dukha. They will come agama apayano. They will come, they will go. Learn to tolerate without getting agitated. So here is concluding that Sukhe Dukhe Same Krutva. Whether you are in, rise above the dualities. There will be Sukha, there will be Dukha. So when you are fighting a war, दोनों होगा. कुछ दुख होंगे, आपके कुछ लोग देह त्याग हो रहा है. किसी पर आपने विजय प्राप्त किया तो सुख होगा. There will be loss, there will be gain. There will be victory, there will be defeat. But in all those, what you have to do? Same Kritva. Maintain your equanimity. Be equipoised. Don't let these dualities affect you. and of course labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhaya yujyasya. Therefore you fight in every situation. नैवम पापम अवाप्स्यसि. तो यहाँ कृष्ण क्या कहते हैं कि you fight because I am desiring it. This fight is not based on, don't base your conclusions of not fighting on the basis of your decisions. You fight because I want you to fight. और जब आगे जाके आप 11, 12 वो सब देखोगे तो कृष्ण कहते हैं कि निमित्त मात्र भव सव्यसाची. ये बहुत फेमस वर्सेस है. When you come to 11 plus will come back. तो ये जो decisions हम लेते हैं ना, that should not be based on our happiness and distress. कि ये करेंगे तो मुझे सुख मिलेगा, ये करेंगे तो मुझे दुख मिलेगा. Let that decision be based on religious principles, as Krishna is advising Arjuna. Because if you are doing your duty on the basis of religious principles, you will not have any sin. Kargil war आप सबको पता है. What happened during Kargil war? We all know so many soldiers. जब non-violence की बात आती है ना, to tell people this also. If an enemy attacks, will you keep quiet? So if an enemy attacks and you are practicing violence, non-violence, you should not retaliate. No? True or false? Yes or no? But are we doing that? No, we are protecting our country. So in Kargil war, the example given to show that you should not base your decisions on your own sense perceptions. Kargil war में क्या हुआ था? The government ordered the soldiers to retaliate. So the soldiers went on border. We all know that fight. अगर suppose वही soldier in a civilian role, if he takes the same gun and shoots people, क्या होगा? Will the government approve it? He will be court-martialed and he will get more punishment than a normal person. So some authority is sanctioning it. किसी ने उसको sanction किया है, so you will not incur sin. So the same soldier who had fought the Kargil war and killed so many soldiers, enemy soldiers, उनको हम क्या करते हैं? We give them honor. Paramvir Chakra, that we honor them. And if he comes as a civilian and uses the same gun to kill the civilians, क्या करते हैं उनसे? Punishment देते. So कह सकते हैं ना, आदमी तो सेम ही है, मशीन भी सेम ही है, तो punishment एक में punishment क्यों और दूसरे में award क्यों? So that was sanctioned by the government. So similarly, when you are fighting on the religious principles sanctioned by Krishna, we will get reward मिलेगा. और अगर you base your decisions on your self, your own sensual perceptions are based on your emotions, क्या होगा? You will incur sin. So this is what Krishna is warning Arjuna. And from 2.38, so okay, you listen to me for almost an hour. Take home क्या है? I always quote this. Radha Gopinath Prabhu, after he gave an excellent class, I may have quoted this also, I don't know, but it's a very striking point. Radha Gopinath Prabhu ने बहुत सुंदर क्लास दिया और क्लास के बाद सबने ताली बजाई. And he asked, so कैसा लगा लेक्चर? बहुत अच्छा लगा. And you ask, suppose you attended the class and I ask you how was the class? बहुत अच्छा था. क्या सीखा तुमने? माता जी याद नहीं है लेक्चर. So the whole purpose is defeated. Just saying that बहुत अच्छा लेक्चर था, क्या था याद नहीं. Don't blame Kali Yuga for that. So let's see what we can take home from this section. तो ये section में हमने क्या देखा? Krishna is defeating Arjuna's two reasons for not fighting, that is loss of enjoyment and sin. तो 38 में जब कृष्णा कहते हैं you fight for me, so what can we learn from this? 4 points. The first is transcendental consciousness. तो हमारी जो चेतना है उसको हम इस जगत से परे, that is what we mean by transcendental. तो क्या कर सकते हैं? जो भी कार्य हम कर रहे हैं, you do it for Krishna. So Krishna is telling Arjuna, you fight for me. This is Krishna. This is what Krishna is saying. Second क्या कह सकते हैं ये इससे? So you see there are dualities in this 38th verse. सुखे दुखे, लाभा लाभ, अलाभ, जया and opposite, defeat. So you rise above the dualities. ये consider मत करो कि जीत होगी, हार होगी, मेरा क्या फायदा होगा, नुकसान क्या होगा. So you rise above the dualities. And अर्जुना को एक हिंट दे रहे भगवान कि तुम लड़ो तो मेरे लिए लड़ो. So the underlying principle that Krishna is trying to tell us through this verse is you fight for me and you rise above the dualities. तो ये हुआ transcendental consciousness. Second, material consciousness. अर्जुना कौन से बेसिस पे अवॉइड कर रहे थे? बॉडीली या मटेरियल कॉन्शियसनेस कि मेरे स्वजन है, मेरे बांधव है. तो you should not act for your own sense gratification. It should be for the Rishikena sake. You work for the happiness of Krishna, for satisfying Krishna's transcendental, Krishna's senses. Work for him. So you work. Now, if you are on the basis of material consciousness, इसमें क्या होगा? You have to suffer or enjoy the results. अभी आगे जाके हम वो वर्स पे भी आएंगे 2.47 कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते. That's also a very famous misquoted verse, so as to say anyway. So if you are basing your decisions on your own senses, then पाप होगा, पुण्य होगा. तो पाप और पुण्य खत्म करने के लिए हमें यहीं पे रहना है. Is it not? Because in transcendental world, in Goloka and Vaikuntha planets, there is no papa and punya. वो हिसाब यहीं पे चुकता करके जाना. You have to finish it off here only. So again that cycle, papa punya. You do good, you get good. You do bad, you get bad. You enjoy the results of your punya. You suffer the miseries of your papa. So that चक्कर चलता रहेगा. और कृष्णा कॉन्शियसनेस जो है, जिसे हमने कारगिल का एग्जाम्पल दिया कि the soldiers were rewarded when they fought on behalf of the government. भागवतम में एक बहुत ही सुंदर श्लोक आता है. Many of you must be knowing it also. It's in the 11th canto, 5th chapter, 41st verse. देवर्षि भूताप्ता नृणाम वितृणाम न किंकरो नायम ऋषि च राजन सर्वात्मनाय शरणम शरण्यम गतो मुकुंदम परिभक्तः. So this verse says देवर्षि, whether it is demigods. So a person अगर कोई कृष्ण भक्त बनता है और पूरी तरह वो कृष्ण में समर्पित है, तो he is not under any obligations, whether it is demigod, bhuta, apta, nrina. He is not under any obligation to any of them. है ना, हम सुनते हैं ना पितरों का पितृ शाप लग गया तो पितृ दोष उतारने के लिए कुछ करो. You know, the Devakok है, the demigods are angry, so you have to perform sacrifices to nullify that result. तो अगर हम पूरी तरह कृष्ण में समर्पित हैं तो we are not under any obligations. So this section, even though it is mentioning कर्मा कांडा, लास्ट में जो 38th वर्स में कृष्णा क्या कहते हैं कि अगर तुम मेरे लिए फाइट करोगे तो you will not incur any sins. So a Krishna fully surrendered, Krishna conscious person is free from obligations. प्रभुपाद आगे एक वार्निंग भी देते हैं, this is for fully surrendered devotees. This is not for, we are still on the sadhana bhakti. So we have not reached there. That is why ये जो swadharma is very important. Maintaining that both your spiritual and your material life in a balanced way is extremely essential. Otherwise, गाड़ी क्या होगी? रुड़ावर नदी घसरना. Accident. So Krishna consciousness is beyond obligations, but only if you are fully surrendered. Otherwise, at our level, sadhana level, as a sadhaka, we have to follow the 4 regulated principles, and we have to maintain that balance between your spiritual and your material life. And finally, Krishna is giving indirectly telling Arjuna or instructing Krishna that you act for me. Now going ahead, so we conclude our class here. Now when you come to the 3rd chapter, Arjuna says, you are telling me to fight, you are telling me to give up. The first verse shows Arjuna's confusion. So the 3rd chapter is an extension of this section, Karma Kanda, that is Karma. The 3rd chapter, Karma Yoga. So fighting in Krishna consciousness. And the next section after this, so Krishna starts off with the soul, gives the full knowledge about the soul. Then he comes to the Karma Kanda. And then now, the next section is also very interesting, and that is Nishkama Karma Yoga, working in Krishna consciousness. So we'll stop here, and thank you so much for your attention. Thank you so much. Any comments? Any? Yeah.
That's it. So, Mataji, I wanted to understand from you. Mataji, I wanted to understand. Now, for Arjun, Krishna Bhagwan was there and he told him that I desire, so you fight. But I am pretty dumb. How will I know? Is Krishna telling me this, or is it my own unpurified senses telling me those things?
That is why you need association of senior devotees and guidance from them. So when you come into you are a trainer, is it not? So who comes to you? Those who need training. You also must have taken training from someone before you are qualified to give the training to the others. So there is a disciplic chain. So same way here also. So it starts from Krishna. That is why a bona fide guru, coming under the shelter of a bona fide guru, is extremely important. So that person, the guru, so I believe your system would be like you are working for an organization which is authorized to conduct these training sessions, right? So you are one of the trainers. There must be other trainers like you. But who holds the final authority? That's your principal or whatever name you give. So you can have so many Shiksha Gurus from whom you learn. And they will connect you to the main main person who can certify that you are qualified. So the guru connection, Shiksha Guru, I mean, we were discussing the other Demi and Prachi. She had raised the same question. So the importance of guru comes there. Who will guide you on these principles? You cannot just basically say, just like you cannot become a doctor reading the medical books on your own. You have to get admitted to a bona fide medical institute, medical college, go through the rigorous 4-year study, and then you qualify. So association is very important. Right.
Thank you so much, Mataji, and I want to tell you that that's exactly what you do in my life. So I keep troubling you with number of questions, but you always take the time out to guide me. So I want to use this moment to express my gratitude.
My success would be if I'm able to satisfy your questions.
And you do that very well, Mataji. And I want to encourage you to do this more because I need you badly in my life. So thank you for being as a mentor.
Thank you. That's overwhelming and humbling.
Thank you so much.
Any other questions or comments? So, yes. You want to answer her question? Yes.
हरे कृष्णा। तो लोग हिंदी में भी कई बार सुने होंगे, बिनु सत्संग विवेक न होई, राम कृपा बिनु सुलभ न होई। When you analyze this thing, so satsang is always required. Like we all are here, we are getting something, right? So बिनु सत्संग विवेक, that is you rise above the something level. Okay. Once you get that thing, then you try to understand what is actual thing. Okay. That is बिनु सत्संग विवेक न होई, राम कृपा बिनु सुलभ न होई. So राम की कृपा भी जरूरी है. For that you have to do भक्ति, सेवा and all these things, right? तो राम की कृपा तभी होगी जब हम शक्ति, भक्ति अपना सब कुछ अर्पण करेंगे. Like she said that you have to devote yourself, right? You have to give your time, energy, everything, right? So that is बिनु सत्संग विवेक न होई, राम कृपा बिनु सुलभ न होई. सत्संग तभी मिलेगा जब राम की कृपा होगी. राम की कृपा तभी होगी जब हम अपना डिवोशन देंगे. So you can just implement, so that will be helpful.
Definitely. Thank you for question.
Thank you so much. Any other questions or comments? Yes. You will have to come here.
मेरा क्वेश्चन है परफॉर्मिंग ड्यूटीज.
हाँ.
तो आपने बताया अभी जैसे उन्होंने भी बताया प्रभु ने कि कृष्णा की कृपा होती है, प्रभु की कृपा, सबको ये कृपा नहीं नसीब में होती है, राइट? एंड हिस्टोरिकली आप देखोगे तो सब लोग ड्यूटी परफॉर्म कर रहे हैं. लाइक राम के साइड में भी लोग ड्यूटी कर रहे थे, राम के साइड में भी ड्यूटी कर रहे थे. तो अब किसी को राम मिला, किसी को रावण मिला. उनके लिए बॉस रावण था तो रावण उनके लिए राम था, राइट? तो उन्होंने भी उनका रावण का साथ दिया, राम का साथ नहीं दिया. कौन सा साइड में आप है ये डिसाइड करना समटाइम्स आई थिंक इट्स डिफिकल्ट.
Again, see, अभी इसको हम एनालाइज आप जैसे कहते हो. How do I suppose you are the गृहनाथन जो हम बोलते हैं, गृहनाथ जो हाउस के जो नाथ है. अगर सब कुछ जो चल रहा है उसके इशारों पे चलता है. Isn't it? So if I am the what do you call for a grihanath in English? The master of the house. Thank you. So the master of the house is the center point. फिर वो जो कहेगा वो सबको पालना है. But that master himself, अगर उसकी नीयत खोटी है तो all are affected. So that is why when we say satsang, so satsang में आपसे ये कहा जाता है या आपसे ये एक्सपेक्ट किया जाता है कि you make Krishna the center. Your duties can be the same. You continue your duties, but then keep Krishna as the center. तो आप जो भी काम कर रहे हो is it pleasing to Krishna, and then you go ahead. So you change the center from me to Krishna. और वो आप जो कह रहे थे कि रावण के आदमी भी थे, राम के आदमी भी थे, रावण के साथ उनको लड़ाई करनी पड़ी क्योंकि रावण was the first. But Krishna is so merciful. I mean Lord Ram also, if you say. महाभारत युद्ध में जब दोनों साइड की युद्ध, so obviously ना there is a two armies, they are facing each other. The army of Kauravas was seeing Krishna. So even though they were fighting for the Kauravas, they were liberated. So Krishna is merciful. Krishna कभी छोड़ते नहीं हैं. That was their karma बोलो या misfortune बोलो, but they had the opportunity to see Lord Krishna and they got liberated. तो Ram knows कि उनकी मजबूरी है. So if तो ये हमारे यहाँ भी चैतन्य चरितामृत में जो रूप गोस्वामी और सनातन गोस्वामी की कहानी आती है, जो चरित्र आता है, they were also serving the Muslim rulers only. But then Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told them, he gave them that mercy because अंदर जो from the core of their hearts, they were praying to the Lord, कि shower me your mercy. Because अगर उन्होंने मुगल्स के कहने पे, if they had not followed the orders of the Nizam, the other Hindus would have been prosecuted. They would have been tortured. So to avoid that, they had to take up the service. But उन्होंने अपने घर में भगवान की पूरी कथा, मतलब it was completely devotional. So though they were serving, they had proper guidance. And they kept Chaitanya, the Lord, in the center and performed their duties, and they were first class administrators. तो ये मैं तो नहीं लगता है कि आप किसके साइड में हो. कभी कभी मजबूरी भी होती है. But अंदर ही if there is a chance, then you should definitely switch over. If there is a chance. It's not that easy, Prabhu, but if there is a will, there is a will. If there is a will there, and Krishna will definitely help you. Vibhishan, yes. It's your desire. See, bhakti is desire. You desire and Krishna will provide. So अगर आपको लगता है आप जो कर रहे हैं वो गलत है, to pray to Krishna. Till that time you can continue, but once you get an opportunity, switch over. कितने ऐसे भक्त हमारे समाज में हैं जिन्होंने switch over किया है, and they are not lamenting, they are happy. So the decision has to be yours. Krishna will show you the way, provided you have a desire. The desire should come from you. अभी हम लोग से सब लोग almost everyone is standing 16 rounds. Everyone. शुरू में कैसे हुआ था आपका? Was it easy? It's still not easy, but then you are making it. You are doing 16 rounds somehow. खींच के ना सही पर आप 16 करते हो. It's never going to be easy till you are in this material world. So पहले 2 से शुरू किया, फिर उसको बढ़ाया 4 में. Gradually you increase and Krishna will definitely give you a way out. That faith has to be there, the desire has to be yours. माँ बाप भी तो अगर बच्चा अगर मेडिसिन पढ़ना चाहता है, if the माँ बाप is not having the means, क्या करते हो? They don't leave the child. They will encourage the child and they will see to it that all the material and the environment is provided. So the desire has to be there. Krishna is like those parents. अगर कृष्णा देखते हैं कि आप में भक्ति करने की इच्छा है, He will provide you with all the facilities to do this. I don't know if it answers your question. It's still there is going to be a conflict.
We are lucky that we are here.
Yes.
We are lucky.
On a broader broader aspect, when you have got the facility, when you know what is the benefit, spread it to others, tell them, encourage them.
Recent incident of Bangladesh.
Sorry?
Recent incident of Bangladesh.
Recent.
So Allah is in their center, I think. They do not have Krishna in their center.
Yeah, it's unfortunate.
That's unfortunate.
So you train yourself, you train your children. It starts from your home. जैसे वीर सावरकर ने कहा है ना कि मुझे मुसलमानों से इतना डर नहीं लगता जितना खोटे हिंदुओं से लगता है. He said this. अगर हिंदू की रक्षा नहीं करेंगे तो कौन करेगा? So start from small से start करो. Then we can think of broader perspective. Charity starts at home. Any other questions? We have time now.
So first question from Mata ji came and the second question हम क्या करें और आप मुझे एक प्रश्न किया था उसको चार की बोली उत्तर ऑलरेडी आपने कहा आपका टेक अवे क्या है. अगर आप मुझसे पूछें तो टेक अवे अपनी जुबान में कहना है. सिख लोग होते हैं शिष्य से बनाए सिख मतलब जो किसी का शिष्यत्व स्वीकार करने गुरु को
शिष्य
किया और कृष्ण बंदे जगत गुरु सबसे बड़े गुरु वही जत्रे लोग शिव है. तो क्या कहते हैं इसे कि सच्चा सिख कहे जानिए जो लड़े दीन के हेत और पुरजा पुरजा कर मरे कबू न छाड़े खेत. आपको इसमें गाड़ी की बात करें जी हम गीता को उसी पर्सपेक्टिव में क्यों देखते हैं अर्जुन खड़ा है और माँ डाले. अरे हम सबके जीवन में एक महाभारत चल रहा है. कोई बहन है कोई पुत्र है कोई पति है कोई मित्र है और सब अपना अपना पार्ट निभा रहे हैं. तो आपने जो प्रश्न किया और उत्तर मिला कि विभीषण हर काल हर समय में लोग रहे हैं. विदुर जी थे वहाँ खड़ी सभा में विरोध किया था ये मत करिए लेकिन भगा दिया गया उनको. तो ऑप्शन व्यक्ति के सामने हमेशा दोनों होते हैं. अब आप कहो मेरी वृत्ति कैसे होगी तो दो पिल हैं या तो आप ग्रीन पिल लेंगे या रेड पिल. तो यदि आप कहीं से भी आपको ये चाह कि हम कृष्ण का शिष्यत्व ले रहे हैं जिस गुरु को आप मानते हैं शिष्यत्व ले रहे हैं जब आपको नहीं समझ आ रहा है क्या करें तो जाइए उसके पास ना बताएगा वो आपको क्या करें. लेकिन होता ये है कि हाँ
विष्णु के नाम उनको भी नहीं किया उन्होंने.
हाँ तो आज ही मैं किसी संत को सुन रहा था भगवान कृष्ण को रोते हुए किसी ने देखा रात में और प्रश्न आया कि भगवान क्यों रो रहे हैं. बोले वो पितामह मुझे याद कर रहे हैं. सो बेसिकली दिस इज लाइक अभी आपके क्वेश्चन को और ब्रॉडर अगर मैं आंसर करूँ आपने चेस का गेम दिखा है. हाथी कैसा चलता है सीधा चलता है रुक राइट घोड़ा धाई चलता है राइट. अब मेरा आपसे एक सवाल है क्या जब वो बॉक्स में पड़े होते कभी चलते हैं कौन चला रहा है वही चला रहा है. अब जिसकी जैसी किस्मत कोई वाइट साइड में आ गया कोई ब्लैक साइड में आ गया लेकिन जिसने ये जान लिया कि वो चला रहा है वहाँ पर सारे द्वंद गिर जाएंगे. और रही पाला बदलने की बात कही माता जी ने. एक योद्धा युयुत्सु अंतिम समय में जब लगाया गया कि किसे करना है उसका विवेक जागृत हुआ और वो चला गया धर्म के पक्ष में. हो सकता है मारा गया मुझे नहीं पता हो सकता है लेकिन मौका मिला चुना उसने. तो हमें बहुत ही ब्रॉडर पर्सपेक्टिव में चीज़ों को देखना है और हर सवाल का जवाब है गुरु. जब आप कंफ्यूज हैं गुरु के पास जाएं तो हर काल में रहेंगे. विभीषण जी के लिए कहा था माल्यवंत ने कहा था सात अनुचितव नीत विभूषण. विभीषण को रावण के भाई की तरह मत लीजिए. उस वक्त रामचंद्र जी ने उनसे पूछी बताइए क्या करें. विनय करिए सागर सिंह जय. भगवान श्री राम उसके घर में बाहर बैठा नीत विभूषण नहीं सुन रहा. तो चॉइसेस हैं हमेशा मौजूद रहेंगे.
दोनों choices है. You can choose. Beautiful. If you want to buy gold now, थोड़ा तो आपको गोल्ड के बारे में जानकारी चाहिए. अदरवाइज आप भाजी वाले के यहाँ जाओगे और बोलोगे सोना तो आपको फंसाएगा. बट बेसिक नॉलेज इज रिक्वायर्ड फॉर व्हाट इट इज.
जो चार वर्णाश्रम है धर्म
उसको तो हम मानते हैं, और जो 4 वर्ग जो सिस्टम है उसको हम इतना इजीली कैचअप नहीं कर पा रहे हैं।
कौन से?
जैसे वर्णाश्रम 4 है, ब्रह्मचारी 1+ संन्यासाश्रम और गृहस्थाश्रम, उसको तो हम एक्सेप्ट करते हैं, और जो 4 वर्ग का सिस्टम है, क्षत्रिय, वैश्य, शूद्र और ब्राह्मण, उसको हम इसको एक्सेप्ट नहीं कर पाते हैं। ब्राह्मण बोलते हैं, हम हमको ब्राह्मण हैं।
तो वो बदलो ना सोच। जब कृष्ण ने कहा है गुण कर्म से है, सोच बदलो। When Krishna has said it is based on your guna and karma, सोच अपने को बदलनी है।
हम तो बदलना चाहते हैं, बदले है ऐसा नहीं है, पर लोगों को जब समझाते ना तो भगवान ऐसे 4 वर्ग में ऐसा है।
It's not easy to change it, but it has to be a gradual change. Are you convinced? You are convinced. Can you convince your next? कि आपके बच्चा हो या फैमिली में, शुरू वहाँ से होती है। We are directly jumping into a broader perspective. शुरू यहाँ से होती है। तो if you are convinced, try to convince your somebody who listens to you.
सबको मतलब लिखा है, कोई जन्म से कोई कुछ होता ही नहीं, उसके बाद भी अक्सर मैच्योरिटी के हिसाब से हम सब बने।
मेच्योरिटी कब आती है?
हमारा
विवेक कब जागृत होता है?
हमें ज्ञान आता है,
ज्ञान कब जागृत होता है?
गुरु के।
So you are only giving me the answer. So the final answer is you have to take shelter of a bona fide guru. उसके बिना कुछ नहीं हो। You are only giving me the answer. Now you implement it.